My youngest son, my wife had been taken into a judo club for a good couple of years. And then one day, my other lad said to me, I don't want to do football anymore, let me do judo with Kelso. I was like, oh, thank God. But you know what it is? I was taking him to competitions everywhere. And I'm coaching. I ain't done judo. I'm coaching from a white belt BJJ perspective. So I was like, okay, let me start judo. So at the same time, I did judo. I started Kyokushin karate. I don't know if you've heard of this. It's like a full contact style of karate. And I carried on with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I dropped everything else, just focused on those three.
So was you just training like 7 days a week?
Bruv, yeah. Literally just train every day. So I was in my early to mid 30s. Started judo. My first ever judo session, I always remember this. I said, okay, I want to sign up now. How do I sign up? The first day, the guy said to me, you won't get a black belt. You've left it too late to get a black belt. There's the first words. Imagine that. You're going into a gym.
Yeah.
And the first words out the coach's mouth. I looked at he was wearing a brown belt. And I thought, okay. And I think actually he had a blue belt on at the time. Blue belt, because he got a brown belt later. So I thought, there's this blue belt coach, and he's telling me that I won't get a black belt. He's measuring me by himself. Do you know what I mean?
That's nuts, isn't it?
He's measuring me by himself. So I thought, fuck that. So I just went out, thought, fuck it, let's just do some competitions. Do you know how much pride I had going back to that club with a black belt around my waist? Judo's regulated, yeah. I mean, to get my black belt, for instance, you have to accumulate 100 points. So you have to, and the only way you can accumulate your points is by winning by ippon. That's an ippon. You landed clean on your back, man followed you to the ground with control. That's an ippon. So you got to win your fights by ippon. Another way you get ippon is a submission or with a pin for 20 seconds. So when you're going out and you're fighting, these other guys are also aiming to win by ippon. Whoever gets the win gets the 10 points, and you got to get to 100. So it can be a madness. You got everyone just going all out because they want their belt. They want it.
And how many points could you get in like one competition? Like, say if you won every fight, like how many points would you get?
So there's a couple of ways, right? And this, in a judo circle, is the first question when someone sees you a black belt. Normally, once it's an arsey thing, but they do it. So, how'd you get your black belt? That's the first question. How'd you get your black belt? They say competition or theory. Say competition.
What's theory?
Theory is like if you're over the age of 30 and you don't want to compete, you can like do a written exam and all this kind of other stuff and show the techniques. I personally, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I prefer the competitive way. For me, there's only ever going to be one way. And then if they say to you, oh, you competition black belt, you say, yeah. And they said, next question, line up or points. So line up is where you turn up. If you win your first two kind of qualifying fights by ippon, you get put into a lineup. A lineup's where you fight three guys in a row, no rest. 1, 2, 3. You got to win all three of them by ippon. Or points is where you accumulate 10 points per win over a long period of time or a longer period of time. So they're the way everyone wants to line up. Everyone wants to win that shit by lineup.
Yeah, because that's that doghouse.
Yeah, it's pretty.
That's pretty savage.
You know, yeah. You know that people, if they say, yeah, you've done it by lineup, and they're like, oh, okay, fine. Then you know, okay, that guy's got something. You know, you're gonna, yeah.
Well, yeah, because that's like that shit you kind of see in the movies when like one man just taking on 3-4 man. He's the fucking man now. Do you know what I mean? He owns his land. Yeah, that's his fucking land now.
But it's not like fucking Wing Chun films, you know, where they're all running from all angles. No. It's all organised. It's one at a time. You fight someone, you beat them,
move on.
Then the next guy comes on.
Yeah, but these are fresh guys though.